Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen me before, it's gonna be one of those days. If you've never seen me before, my name is Lucy Day and I do a lot of crazy, Wiccan, creepy, otherworldly, mystical things on this channel. So if you're into that, you might look into subscribing. But all that said, I wanted to do something on crystals today. But I knew that I would need to give myself more time. Today we're just gonna do lucid dreaming, because lucid dreaming is something that I have a lot of experience with, and it is something that is very, very lovely to talk about, and I can just go, off explaining what the heck lucid dreaming is because I have so much experience with it. Let's see, where shall we start? What is lucid dreaming? Okay, phase, but it's a dream that occurs where you are fully aware and conscious that you are in this dream. It occurs during REM sleep, REM sleep. Usually we go through, different phases of sleep throughout the night, depending on when we fall asleep, how long we're sleeping for, but eventually if you go to sleep like a normal person, you hit REM sleep, and that's like the peak time and where dreams occur and where they come from. Now, being aware that you're in a dream or a lucid dream, I don't really think there's a lot of reason why it happens. Like, there's reason to why we get vivid dreams, which is REM. It's like we go to sleep, but we're still it's very similar to being awake, is what I'm trying to say. So I think that's really interesting. So maybe that's why lucid dreaming occurs. But
I don't really have what the frick I want to talk about.
What happens? Say you're dreaming, and then what happens? So usually what happens is you wake up in the dream. It's like a waking in the dream. It's actually really cool. And then you realize that you're dreaming, and then you start going ballistic, and you're like, I'm dreaming. And usually you wake up. I think I might do a video about how to keep your lucid dreams and how to stay in a lucid dream a little bit better. I'm going to talk about how to do it, because some people don't do it regularly. So how to do it, and maybe my experiences with it. So how do you lucid dream? That's the question I always get, because sometimes people lucid dreams are kind of rare. Sometimes it happens and then you just wake up out of it the next second. It's really confusing. But if you want to have this dream where you can just do whatever you want, control your dreams and go off in la la land and do some crazy stuff. So the number one thing I would recommend if you're trying to start lucid dreaming or anything like that, astral projection or anything, that doesn't have anything to do with going to sleep. It's all about mindfulness. So as you're walking around outside, just ask yourself, could I be dreaming? Pinch your skin once or twice a day. Try to get yourself in the mindset of checking your reality, if that makes sense. Constantly checking if this is a dream, if this is real. Really be mindfulness. So practice mindfulness so that when you get into the dream, you'll be more likely to be like, hey, is this real? Because you've been doing it in real lives. So that's the first thing. First, start practicing mindfulness and just being aware of your settings and constantly questioning things. I guess that's the way I would say it. And then secondly, I would say I forget what they call them. They're not triggers, they're reminders. I forget what you call them. They're reminders that you're still in reality. So checks, you have to set checks. So what I do, my checks are do I still have 5 fingers? Is the ring that I always wear on my finger? Can I push through my hand? I do this constantly. They're little tiny things, just little actions. It's different from mindfulness, because mindfulness, you're just, it's kind of perception, but checks are just kind of real life physical things you can do to constantly check. So I'm going to just call them checks. So set your checks, because you're checking your reality through your hands, physical things. So that way, if you are in a dream, and if you practice this in habit, then you're most definitely going to do it in a dream, and then you're just going to do it one time and you're going to be like, wow, my finger can go through my hand, I must be dreaming. And that can also, trigger a lucid dream. And so once you do that and you start doing that habitually, which I do occasionally when I really want to have a lucid dream. And I just want to say, sometimes lucid dreams, sometimes they just come out of nowhere. There's really no exact way. Nothing is going to guarantee you a lucid dream, because, bodies are weird. And everybody works differently. So these are just, tips to help you, get closer to having a lucid dream. Another thing I would say is meditation, or as you're going to sleep at night, have a meditated guide. That actually did work one time. I was listening to this thing on YouTube. I can link it down low. But I was listening to this thing on YouTube, and it was like talking me through a lucid dream, and I actually ended up in a lucid dream. And one thing that helped was that I was doing meditation before, so that was just I kind of like fell into it. So that helps. Familiarize yourself and surround yourself with like videos about lucid dreaming. Just like talk about lucid dreaming, just like surround it with you, because when dreams are made, it's all of your subconscious. So if you're surrounding yourself with lucid dreaming, like, you know, regularly, then most likely your subconscious is going to pick that up, and if that awareness is what's in your brain, then that's probably what's going to translate over to your dream. Does that make sense? I'm trying here, I really am. Then lastly, I think if you ever wanted to go, hey, I want to have a lucid dream
tonight.
No joke, want to have a lucid dream
Tonight. In this bitch, I want to have a lucid dream.
because you're just so gung-ho for having a lucid dream. This is what I do. So, I lay down. And so for me, I struggle a lot with sleep paralysis. And when I know I'm going into sleep paralysis, I know I can easily make that into a lucid dream. But if you don't get sleep paralysis, don't worry, it's probably going to happen anyway. Because if this is what you do, you're probably going to get sleep paralysis. But basically, the goal of this is to go to sleep, but keep your awareness. So you lay down, and you're getting yourself relaxed. The key is you need to be relaxed. Like, you need to like lay down and be completely relaxed. So you're laying there in the dark, you're relaxed. You can't listen to a meditation at this point. You can listen to the lucid dreaming meditation, that helps. But if you want to do it by yourself, lay down, relax. And so you're gonna notice your thoughts. You're gonna notice what you're thinking about. You're gonna notice, even as you drift further into your sleep, you're gonna notice that you're already starting to dream. But you cannot let that consume you. You have to stay awake. If anything should be on your mind, it's staying awake. And this is so hard. This part is so hard, because when you get to that, like, oh, drifting in and out of reality, oh, drifting back and forth into dreaming, that is so hard. It's so hard to like not go to sleep. But if you want to achieve a lucid dream, the best way is to not go to sleep at this point. So don't go to sleep. Keep your awareness with you, because that is the key into going into the lucid dream. Trust me, I've done this thousands of times. Not really, because I usually fall asleep. It's really hard. And if you can do this, congratulations to you. But that's like the hardest part. And eventually, if you do it long enough, like regularly, you're gonna be like,
Fuck this, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
but you can't do that. So then after that, if you keep your awareness, you'll start noticing tingles on your body. Start feeling tingles all over your body. And that's just your body going to sleep. Don't get alarmed, because you might fall into sleep paralysis at this point. If you reach sleep paralysis, you've done something good, and it's gonna be scary as fuck. Trust me, sleep paralysis is scary. If you want more about sleep paralysis, you can check out my sleep paralysis. It'll be tagged, and I'll post it down below. But you'll probably fall into sleep paralysis, because when you go to sleep, your body falls asleep as well, and it does get paralyzed, so that you're not, running off and doing things and acting out your dreams. So you'll start feeling tingles. You may start to notice that your body won't move. It's scary, but you'll go to the lucid dream. And so then once you are in this paralyzed state and you're like,
Holy crap.
that's a signal, and that's the okay for you to start dreaming. So this happened to me. I finally reached the point of sleep paralysis, and then I started thinking about lucid dreaming. So I think my advice to be, once you reach this point, is to obviously don't freak out, but start thinking about lucid dreaming. Think about like being aware in your dream. Then think about like how you can control your dreams, and then start forming a dream. That's the best part, because this one time I was laying there and I was like, I'm gonna create my own dream. And so I created it. I saw myself in a field. I just imagined a very vivid field, and I actually floated into a field, and I was like, what? It was incredible, and I had a lucid dream. And that would be like my best advice if you're trying to make it happen. And it's so hard to do this, and I respect you if you can, or if you have done it and you do it that way, that's great. There are also different methods of like waking back to sleep. So like wake method, there's like a bunch of different methods you can like look up and like try. Like one of the methods is to go to sleep, then wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then go back to sleep, and you'll fall into a lucid dream. There's something like that. There's the method I just talked about. Like, there's so many different methods. Usually those methods don't work for me. What I just told you, my method, is what works for me personally. But there are tons and tons of different methods. I've heard that if you eat different foods before you go to sleep, you can have a lucid dream. And also, I don't know if this is like a sponsorship, and I'm not trying to sponsor them, but I take these pills called Dream Leaf. I used to. Okay, so there's the Dream Leaf pill. I'll show you what's inside. They stink very badly, but they're effective as fuck. So I might actually take some tonight. So there's two different types of pills. We're talking Matrix shit. So the blue pill is for sleep, and it has, I believe it's like, there's like lots of different things in it. I think like mugwort, but just like calming things to make you go to sleep and have that deep sleep. And then the red pill is what activates, I guess, the lucid dreaming process. It's like, I think of it like the crazier pill. So sometimes when I just want to go to sleep, I just take the blue pill, but the red pill is what stimulates brain activity, I'm pretty sure. But Dream Leaf is awesome. I used it once and I was like, I went to sleep for like a nap and I got these crazy visualizations. And the thing is with this, it says take one blue capsule immediately before going to bed, set your alarm to wake up at 4, so we're using the wake method, and then take the red pill, and that's what stimulates brain activity. Those pills to help you lucid dream, there's tons of different like natural supplements you can take for lucid dreaming, but those are just all sort of my tips about how to lucid dream and how to get yourself to that point. And I feel like once you build up like a nice practice of like, you know, setting your checks, you know, being more mindful, maybe taking supplements, maybe just surrounding yourself with lucid dreaming. I feel like that's the best way. You can try my method if you want to, if you're brave enough to. I don't know if you are, but you can try my method. Yeah, and eventually your lucid dream will come. Now, some people lucid dream only once in their entire lifetime. Some people only lucid dream, you know, maybe like twice, 4 times in like a year. Some people like me lucid dream like 4 times in a month. So, you know, that's like a thing. It'll be another video, but I'm just gonna tell you kind of what it's like to be in a lucid dream. It's everything is very vivid. Like, not like when you're high, are so much more vivid. And colors, it's like you can taste colors. Like, it's crazy. Everything is vivid and like beautiful, depending on where you are in a lucid dream. Like if you're in a field or a city, everything is so much more vivid and it feels real. Like, you know you're lucid dreaming when it feels real. And there are things you can do to like enhance the senses more, to like, you know, make it more vivid. If you want me to make another video about how to keep your lucid dreams and keep them strong, I can do a video on that. Trust me, I got all the ways. But you can enhance it, and then you can't really, sometimes there are different levels of lucidity. Sometimes you can't control the dream and your actions. Sometimes you can only control your actions. You can't really control what's going on around you. And sometimes when you're a master lucid dreamer, you can control the environment, you can control your interactions, you control what you're doing, how you're doing, everything in the dream. So you can actually morph it into what you want the dream to be. It's very vivid, very beautiful. It's a great experience, and you can do anything you want to do. You can say anything you want to say. But the only thing where people mess up is, usually what happens is they like wake up or they come too fast out of it. But my camera is blinking, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in. I know this was kind of like a longish video, maybe, hopefully not, I don't know. But I can definitely go more in depth with lucid dreaming if you want me to. If you want more on lucid dreaming, just comment down below, leave suggestions. I will make those videos for you guys. But thank you so much for tuning in. It was a pleasure talking to you guys about lucid dreaming because I just love it so much. But leave a like, subscribe maybe if you want more, and thank you guys so much for watching. So I think that's it for me today. Bye.